Oh, g'day folks, hope you're all well. Just a quick update, thanks for being here. I just want to first of all address a couple of things with the channel. So we have the main channel, has 60 odd thousand subscribers. Then attached to that, we have the chat groups. Now, many of you would remember a few months ago, that chat group, I think some porn was put in there, and then Telegram restricted the comments on there. So we started a new one. So you're seeing two chat groups and the main channel, which is confusing. I'm also tinkering around with the settings to try and protect the integrity of the channel. So if you're getting confused, please just persevere. What I've also done is change the names on those chat groups, because obviously people are screenshotting planted comments and sending them to the media, and then my name's there. So I've taken my name off those comment threads. So I hope that all makes sense. What I'll probably do, folks, is wipe the two comment threads, because infiltrators can go deep in there, plant all sorts of rubbish and send it to the media. The good thing about that is their IP addresses are actually traceable. So look, we'll see what happens there, folks. Not going to feed too much into it. In other news, there is a lot going on, folks. Obviously some severe weather engineering happening at the moment, but I'm telling you, folks, the sun is behaving very strangely. I was driving north the other day, dead north, and I swear the sun was setting behind me. I'm like, what is going on? And I get a message from Luke Sutton last night from Drifter, and Luke's like, Dave, the Southern Cross is well and truly out of position. Now, Luke's camped all over Australia. His entire life spends a lot of time looking at the stars, and the Southern Cross is out of position, right? And I'm looking at the sun this morning. You would have seen my earlier video. I'm telling you, the sun did not rise to the east with a bit of north in it like it should do right in this time of year in summer. It's actually risen way to the south. I'm like, what is going on? And we've spoken about it a lot here. Earth changes to electromagnetism and so on. Many of you would also know the animals have been walking in circles and behaving very, very strangely all around the world. Now, animals are highly tuned to Earth's electromagnetic fields. That's why homing pigeons can fly their way home. That's why animals, when there's a major event or tsunami, remember the big tsunamis back in Thailand a few years ago, all the animals, all the elephants, they all took off into the high country, into the mountains. What did the dumb humans do? Humans are so dumb. They're so out of touch with what's going on that they can't put two and two together. And so what happened when, remember the footage of those beaches in Thailand? I think it might have been Koh Samui or Phuket or wherever. All the water drains all the way out. Only, I shouldn't laugh, only humans could be dumb enough. They walked all the way out. Oh, well, looks like the ocean's gone. No big deal. Totally normal. Let's go for a walk. There's all these fish lying on the sand. Next minute, they see these mountains of white water coming in. They're like, oh my God. And they're running and they were mowed down. And it just shows you, I don't think I've ever seen a more clear display of how out of touch most humans are, right? But the animals know. Animals are attuned. That's why we're seeing animals walk in circles, because I believe radical changes are happening to electromagnetism. And if any of you have been following Jay Dreamers, who talks about the electromagnetic plasma changeover event, otherwise known as the MCO or the plasma reset or the pole shift, whatever you want to call it, he talks about how as this electromagnetism comes in and changes and amplifies, what it does to humans who are actually very, very sensitive to this, it'll amplify whatever is going on for us personally. So if you're a negative person, you're an angry person, you're carrying a lot of heavy load of emotional baggage and that sort of stuff, you've got a short fuse, whatever, that's going to be amplified. You're going to start getting wild, you're going to start getting real frustrated, you're going to get really wigged out, right? You're going to see people, we're seeing it already, folks, more and more road rage, people attacking each other, arguments, like all this sort of stuff. However, the flip side, the good news is, if you've been working on yourself, personal development, you've got a strong faith, you've got a connection with God, an understanding of your higher self, whatever you want to call it. If you've got love in your heart, compassion in your heart, you've got all these, I guess, positive attributes that you've been, I guess, honing and cultivating, they're all going to start to amplify as well. This is where the Bible talks about the wheat and the tares, the goat and the sheep, and this, I guess, this distinguish or this differentiation between different types of people. And so if you are good and you value goodness, that is going to amplify in you. You're going to get better. Good news. But if there's negative people in your life, or there's someone out there who's listening to this and they know they're carrying some toxicity, some guilt, some unhealed stuff, some traumas, negative stuff, expect to be easily triggered. Expect this stuff to come up to the surface so that you can potentially deal with it and start to let go of it and also release it as well. I know that might sound a little bit new agey for some people, but you're going to see it in human behavior. You're going to see it in yourself, and you're going to see it in, I guess, tumultuous world events. Everything that happens on the macro happens on the micro. Everything that happens individually happens on the world scale as well. So you'll see some countries that seem to be rising up and doing really well. You see others that are going to descend into all-out sort of anarchy and riots and uprisings. It's all on, folks. It's all happening. But oh, folks, what a wild time to be alive. There are earthquakes going on around the world. We've spoken about increases in seismic activity as well. That's to be expected due to electromagnetism, folks. It is all happening. I had I made that video yesterday. I had a call from Dave Guru yesterday. He's like, Dave, I didn't appreciate that. Didn't appreciate you taking the piss, mate. And Dave Guru and I had a really good chat. I'll tell you what, I have after speaking to Dave yesterday, I got to know the man a lot better. I have a lot of respect for him. And Dave Guru, thanks for being on the front line the last 3 years. You've stuck your neck out there. You've been a voice for Aussie people. And you've never stopped, mate, and that's to be commended. And I appreciate the chat. I'm hoping we can have you on the Davey Oneegs show very soon, which will be awesome. I've also got a chat booked in with Roland Crystal tonight, former police officer in New South Wales. I think almost 30 years, Roland. For those of you who don't know Rolando, please get on Roland Crystal's Telegram. He's just everything that embodies the good cops who are out there. You know, they're out there, folks, and Roland Crystal's one of them. But he drew a line in the sand, and he was so appalled with what was happening with the COVID agenda, the so-called public health orders, which were really just an excuse to roll out tyranny on the Australian people, and particularly the people of New South Wales and Victoria. He walked away. Roland said, no, I'm not going to participate in any of that. And it just makes you wonder, what's going on? I wonder what's going on in Asia right now. Is they're going to target conspiracy theorists? They're going to target all of us. And I was just sitting out there in the surf. It's going to be like, Commander, we've got a single white female. She's burning a white sage smudge stick, playing with her crystal bowls, and I think she might be a threat. Yes, officer, she is definitely a threat to national security. Put her on the watch list and make sure you deduct 10 social credit points immediately. That's where we're headed, folks. That is exactly where we're headed. And this is the flip side of it. The Commander, I've got reports of a leather-clad male in a pup suit and accompanied by another leather-clad male in a gimp suit. They are reading Disney stories to children in Bonnyrigg Primary School. That's Bonnyrigg Primary School. Two men clad in leather reading Disney books to children. Well, Inspector, that's actually part of the new sexual education program for inclusivity, diversity, and tolerance. Perhaps give me those gentlemen's phone numbers. I'll deal with them personally and give them 10 extra social credit points. Thank you very much. Goodbye. That's where we're headed, folks. Everything that's normal is going to be demonized, and everything that's quite evil and demonic is going to be normalized. That's the agenda, folks. And I think people can see it. What do you do, folks? What do you do? I guess we can only hope that what I was saying earlier about the amplification of what's good is going to start to increase exponentially. I don't know, folks. I'm just speculating here. All I can say is that it's becoming more and more clear that it's up to what we do individually. You know, this is sort of the realization I've come to, is we can't go out there and fix that. In a spiritual war, we've got to tune into the spirit and get the spirit really strong. And I believe that's what's on offer. And I put up that passage of scripture this morning, Isaiah 9:2, where it talks about the light coming into a dark land. And the light can only come in through a dark land through our connection to God and through ourselves and our behavior and our benevolence and understanding and compassion in this mad world that we find ourselves in. So anyway, folks, we have to keep living in the solution, continue to be the best version of yourself, continue to raise your standards. Please be aware, folks, for us to have the comments on here on the chat, It's all our responsibility to take care of any garbage that comes in here. I want to leave the comments on. I think it's important that we can discuss things, especially in this current climate when, you know, the AFP is going to put you on a watch list for installing solar panels because you're now a prepper. It's just radical what they're getting away with. Officer, we have a 65-year-old lady reading Psalm 23. Put her on the watch list. That's where we're headed, folks. Oh, what a circus we live in. I lost my train of thought. Have a great day, folks. Oh yeah, please help me clean up the comments. That silly woman, I won't even say her name. She pretended to be a friend here in the chat. She started screenshotting comments and then uploading them to Twitter saying that we're some radicalized community. Why do people do this? I'll tell you why they do it. Because they've got nothing to contribute. So they try and piggyback on other people's stuff and then cause drama and make it their own and try and start a conversation. They're just drama queens. And we've got to clean them out, folks. I've got zero tolerance for garbage in the chat now. If you want the garbage here so we can keep our community together and keep free speech alive, please help me moderate the chat. If you see some rubbish, long press it, copy on the link, and share the link and we'll clean it up. Anyway, have a great day, stay strong, and we'll see you soon, folks. Over and out. Bye for now.